guys like Alex Pereira, right? Like that level of striking. When you're a glory champion, the level of striking is so high. It's so above the average MMA fighter. Then when he gets in there with these guys, they don't want none of that. If you just look on record of accomplishments against champions, you kind of have to put Alex Pereira already in the conversation of potential greatest of all time. He's supposed to be fighting Ankalaev.
And then as soon as they start to get like a little wrestling defense and stuff like that, they become in trouble. You can't take him down anymore.
Exactly.
And then you stand in front of him, he smoke you. What could you do?
Well, you see that with Alex Pereira now. His takedown defense is much better, and he keeps getting better. He's evolving so quickly.
And he operates at his own speed.
He moves like a snake, like he pulls back and then he strikes forward, he pulls back. He's a master at just getting right outside of your shots, and then his shots are coming in right behind him.
This guy is big, solid. And he's mean. He works straight to you like, I'm gonna kill, like I'm gonna eat this guy. So
Shama.
Like, just some dudes just have some extra power. Like literally everybody he's connecting on is going night-night, and he does it in 2 different weight classes simultaneously. I'm curious to see how his grappling progresses.
He has got to get better.
Yeah, but it can get better, and Glover's a great coach. It's good to be with Glover.
Yeah.
To pick up the finer points of grappling, especially grappling for MMA.
Calls people out for attention. Alex is a superstar right now. The commission would even let that fight happen. He'd kick his head to another planet.
And with that level of kickboxing, whoo, and power, man.
I mean, he's a big side guy. Come on, man. You have some.
He was showing me in DC how he checks leg kicks, and we had a conversation about it. Can we talk about this? We decided I don't think we should tell people. He's a f***ing heavyweight. Listen to me. This guy has that crazy power. He's got something weird where he hits guys. They look confused. Jesus Christ! I was like, this guy's terrifying. His hands are as big as a watermelon.
On the scale, he doesn't look super sucked in, like doesn't look like he just got done cutting 20 pounds, but that motherfucker is so massive. He made Izzy look small, and I've been around Izzy. Izzy's a big guy.
Yeah, Izzy's a long, tall man, and Pereira's just, everything was so. Did you see what Robert Whittaker said about it?
The big fella?
He goes, you see the size of this fella?
Yeah. I did.
He's a freaking giant. Weighs in at 184, and then he weighs in on the fight day at 219. That's crazy. That's so big. He's a heavyweight.
Yeah.
I do think, to be honest, a fight with Alex Pereira is more appealing. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It is more appealing because Alex Pereira has been on this trajectory, on this wave, where he's a guy that's been in there for only 2 years.
And he operates at his own speed.
He moves like a snake, like he pulls back and then he strikes forward, he pulls back. He's a master at just getting right outside of your shots, and then his shots are coming in right behind him.
This guy is big, solid. And he's mean. He works straight to you like, I'm gonna kill, like I'm gonna eat this guy. So
Shama. And he's knocking all these guys out and stopping all these guys. And he currently has Jon Jones' title. Pretty much that light heavyweight title should have Jon Jones' signature on it because, hey, that's his title.
It varies a lot too. Like sometimes he moves fast and sometimes he moves slow. It's very hypnotic.
Yes, it's hypnotic.
His hands are giant, man. He's got this weird frame. Dudes with big hands have crazy power.
Want to fight Alex Pereira?
Alex Pereira? He's tough, dude. He has some tough hand. I think you're gonna get some tough nights.
It's also unique. He's got a unique frame, so he kind of he moves different on design.
Wow.
Like he doesn't switch his hips when he throws kicks, so you don't see him come until it's too late.
Right.
Like not just like technique, but power and endurance. Like it's a rare combination he has of very, very good endurance and extreme power.
Yeah, he hits like a deaf guy.
He wants to fight Alex Pereira bad, bro. It's hard not to disrespect Alex when you respect him so much, but it just still seems like there's that big glaring hole in his game, and nobody can test it.
Hey, Alex Pereira is just an easier fight. I don't think so. Alex Pereira has proven that he's not an easier fight. He's not. Look at what he's doing to guys. Yes, they're not Jon Jones, but hey, He's somehow, how many times have we got on here and we talk about, okay, this guy might be able to get him. And then we're like, and then you are like, he did it again. He forced the guy to stand with him and just trade with him.
Pereira, he's like this long arms, these big giant hammers at the end of his wrists. He's different, man.
So he's standing in front of you, and when he kicks, there's no movement of his shoulders. He's just throwing these kicks out, and they land. And they're not as hard as if he put his whole body into it, but it's hard enough where you're like, oh no. And you get hit with a couple of those, 3, 4, 5 of those. All of a sudden, you're like, I can't walk anymore, and now he's hunting you. And he's hunting you. See, I would put him already in the conversation. I don't think he's better than Jon Jones, greatest of all time, but I already put him in the conversation as a potential greatest of all time nominee. And he's only been in the UFC for a few years.
Yeah.
It's crazy. A couple of MMA fights other than the UFC, and then the UFC for this run at the top of the division, just smashing everyone to obliterance.
Alex is just, he's an extraordinary talent. You know, he's a multiple-time world champion. He's a 2-division champion. And he's incredibly famous here in America. People know who he is, and that's what makes it worth my while, is to fight a fellow champion who is very hot right now. He has a name, and not only a name, but he has a tremendous resume that Aspinall just doesn't compare to.
He's got a special way that he checks leg kicks. It was different than everybody else's. He's got a whole strategy behind it. We were like, oh shit, so he was showing us. So we're at the mothership. Me and DC and Alex Pereira. And Alex Pereira's kicking our legs. And he's showing us how to check. He's showing us how he checks and what he does to follow up check. He's got a system, man.
You haven't seen that way to check?
And you saw that. You saw the fight. There was instances where Stipe was trying to exchange with Jon. Jon's defense, as you just say, wasn't really as sharp. Alex Pereira can continue that combination, and Alex Pereira is going to kick. So, and Alex Pereira will isolate those legs. So, it's not that easy of a fight.
I think Jon Jones is going to be able to take him down and pass his guard. Yes, he will have to deal with Alex Pereira's stand-up, but that's easy to nullify. Which is to take him down, and then he can be able to, have his way with him, pass his guard, elbow him. I think that's how the fight will go down.
But I don't believe Jon's gonna fight Aspinall. I don't think there's enough money. He's too dangerous. He's too big. But there is a fight with Alex Pereira, and I do believe that Jon Jones wants it because they know there's a big deficiency in Pereira, and he's gonna expose that. So he's gonna make money. He wants to call it the champ versus champ fight, and I get it. Throwing it out there. You know what the reality is, Kamaru? He deserves that, dude. He deserves that fight, but I see nothing going on with Tom Aspinall. So Tom Aspinall, sit down. Jones is not going to fight you, and rightfully so, because you're too damn dangerous.
I can't say Jon is scared. I can't say Jon is ducking Tom Aspinall. I think those type of adjectives to describe that don't even make any sense in regards to what Jon has done, the type of killer's role he's fought, what's the risk versus reward. I think Jon is smart enough to analyze that and see what's the bigger bang for his buck and take the fight that's going to be more financially rewarding, especially when he's getting ready to exit the sport, versus being the 21-year-old guy who comes in and then wins a championship at 23 years old. That's unheard of, and I don't think it's going to be broken for a very long time.